Good evening or good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Maxpresso. How you doing, my good sir?
I'm pretty good. Been watching Rock League the entire day, but you know what? Always keen for some more and banger matches today, I'm sure.
It has been a very good day. We saw SSG take down Rule One. I don't quite remember. Did Falcons win their match? Because I walked out just about halfway. They were in the lead against Crew.
Yeah, Falcons won in 6 against Crew, but Crew put up quite a fight. All of the world's matches have just been so entertaining. Even like the SSG one that wasn't that close, it was still so insane to watch. I love watching Worlds.
Good stuff. Yeah, World is going to conclude tomorrow. It is going to be kicking off at 3 p.m. as far as I understand, the first match, and then there will be 5 matches. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tomorrow. But we are here for tonight. Now, we have 2 bros that contacted us, and that is Color Cold and Svalken. And these 2 guys are coaches. Now, their teams are playing against each other. So Grey College is Color Cold's team, and Edgemead High is Falcon's team, and they asked if we could please stream their match. Now, it is a best of 5, and it is in the HSEL league. Let me just quickly show you the screen share. Apparently, I don't have that right here, so let me just go find it. There we go. So if we have a quick look, it is the Telkom vs HSEL league, the high school league, Rocket League Season 3 playoffs. And this is now round 1 being played. Now, there are a few results already. A lot of 3-0s we see here. A nice 3-2, another 3-2 over there. Psychotic is a team we've seen in the normal VS before. I've seen Orcus as well. And yeah, we apparently the guys at Swartkorp are quite, they're quite good, but they seemingly didn't go through to round 2. So far in round 2, we have Orcas, we have another Grey High, not Grey College, Grey High School has gone through. So yeah, we have Grey College first team versus Edgemead High School in round number 1. Whoever wins that goes up against HSOM, also known as Oosmoed. Now, I believe that this team is also quite something. So, interesting stuff here. I think it's going to be quite fun to see what happens tonight. What are you thinking, Mac?
Oh, I'm always excited to watch the high school leagues. These are the players that you see on the come up. Like these are your best players in like 3-4 years in the region. So it's always exciting to see like just who's the best of the best. Obviously certain teams in the high school league are going to be far better than others. I mean, of course you mentioned those 3-0s, but 3-2s as well. So I'm hoping for a close match tonight. Obviously best of 5. So exciting to see what both teams can pull out.
Yeah, and as you say, these are the future RLCS players that we're seeing right now in this high school league, because VS is, it's a league, but it's also designed for the bigger teams to compete, where the high school league is only high school and colleges that can compete. So these are all the future stars that are playing in these teams. So according to Yakos in the chat, there's a top 32 left. So this round 1 will obviously help towards going to top 16. Which will be played over the next couple of days. I see it is quite jam-packed because today is the 12th of August and I see round 2 starts tomorrow. So who knows, we might have a full weekend of HSEL. And then top 2, thank you Yakos, the top 2 go through to Comic-Con, to LAN. So that is also that will also be very interesting, and that's a very good prize for anyone wanting to play competitive Rocket League, is going to play in front of a crowd. So that's going to be really, really good. Black Fang, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate that so much. Let's quickly say hello to everyone in chat before we hop into the match. We've got Dragon Slayer, we've got Mighty STI, Coffee, welcome sir, Yakos of course, Kershoff as always, and now the raid from Mr. Black Fang. So, guys, welcome in. I hope we all enjoy. I know we've got some teachers, perhaps some parents from these students in the chat, so welcome to all of you. Shin, hello to you, welcome as well. And, yeah, I got a message now. So the players that are playing currently in tonight's matches. For Edgemead, we've got X85258X. We have Whoppy and we have Lonely J. Those are names that I'm not really familiar with. But then with the Grey College, obviously being in the team with Color Cold, we've scrimmed them a few times. I know Calro is a GC. He's a very, very good player. Then we have Legion Stalker. That's a name I haven't seen before. So perhaps a new player coming in. And then I've got a message now to say that this player's name is pronounced Pine. But it is spelled like pain in Afrikaans. P-Y-N. But I've been told to pronounce it as Pine. So please, Maxpresso, let's respect the request and call him Pine instead of Pine. But
some difficult names to pronounce. Pine and X852558X, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look quickly. Are the teams in? We see Dutch and Mac. We see Legion, Pine, and Calro. We see Wappy, all the numbers, and the legal Evoke Ski. All right, cool. Falcon, we are good to go. We're going to switch to the casting page. I'm going to say go, go, go in the game chat, and we are about to head through. So, what are we hoping for? Game 5?
Oh yeah, we always hope for a Game 5, don't we, Dutch? We love it from the neutral standpoint, obviously, voting for both of these teams, just hoping to see some good Rocket League coming out from, obviously, as we mentioned, the future of our region. I mean, we look forward to seeing what these high schools and colleges can produce. I mean, unfortunately for myself, I didn't have the opportunity in high school to be part of a team, but I'll tell you now, I would have 100% hopped on it, because this is absolutely fantastic for these players that are on the come up.
Absolutely. When you and I, well, for you it was a bit more recent, but when I was in high school, Rocket League didn't even exist. Online gaming was not really something that was about. It was here and there, but it was frowned upon. It was more of the, you know, if you play games online, you're a nerd. You know, in my time, we would go outside and we would just play, you know, backyard soccer or something. In 1995, yes, Kershoff, that's correct. In 1995, I was only 2 years old, so shut your mouth. But when I was in high school, we didn't really have all that much online gaming. It kind of came in. It became big when I finished high school. So
it's always just as you go that something really cool will happen at your old school, isn't it? Like, I remember in our hostel they installed Wi-Fi the year after we left, so thanks for that, old school.
Apparently the players are not seeing the request to start. Falcon, yes, they can start, please. Please start the matches. I see Color Calls also messaging me on Discord now. So apparently they don't see it if they're invited by name and password. But it seems like we are now about to start. We've seen all the players joining. Here we go. Best of 5. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, exciting. Obviously, first game here, we're going to be looking at both of these teams, seeing how they come out, what they do as a team, and how the individuals are playing. I mean, we're used to sort of slow and shaky starts from teams as they figure each other out, but let's hope for a good fast start from either teams here. Edgemead versus Grey College. It's going to be very exciting, Dutch.
Absolutely. So on the blue side, we have Edgemead High School, and on the orange side, we do have Grey College. And as we mentioned, from Grey College, I am a bit familiar with these players, especially with the likes of Calro and Pine. They have beaten Team Oblivion a couple times in their scrims, so these guys are not to be messed around with. But that being said, I know that Falcon is also a really, really good coach. He's brought this team from nowhere as Legions puts the first one in for Grey College.
Yeah, and that's just a fantastic air drill from Calro. I mean, doing all the work and getting the bump, leaving it completely open for Legion. And I mean, what a fantastic play by Calro, but that's going to feel nice for Grey College right off the bat.
Yeah, play from Calro was absolutely amazing. He took it from his own half and played it all around the outside of the field, and then came in with a clutch bump, leaving a good space there for Legion to just easy tap that home. So, I mean, for a first goal, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, and just as you were hyping them up as well, it felt very scripted there, but I feel like that happens to us too often for us to point it out anymore. So, yeah, I was going to see how Edgemead can reply here. They have some good offensive pressure, but it's looking like Calro is taking this out for Grey College yet again. Looking quite calm defensively so far, getting these booming clears, but both teams look like they're still feeling each other out for a bit, but we'll have to see how Edgemead can reply here. 3 minutes 30 still on the clock, so they have plenty of time.
So Evo played it really, really calm there in the corner and played it very well out. Oh, that's a great pass there to X852. I'm just going to stick to X. And, I mean, that was the first real display of attacking here from the Edgemead boys.
Yeah, no, that was a great chance. Unfortunately, just X not able to connect there. Was a great infield pass by his teammate. Not quite sure who it was, but that's a good sign for Edgemead. Those team players are absolutely crucial. And I mean, when you have Legion and Calro seem to be doing the most for Grey College at the early stages of this game, so it'll be interesting to see how Pine comes into it. But it's nice watching the sort of team dynamics of both of these so far. We're seeing Edgemead looking a bit more defensive for the time being, looking like they like to leave a person back in net. And Calro here for Grey. Sorry, that was going to be a goal, looking absolutely fantastic with his mechanics at the moment.
Yeah, this has been a very end-to-end kind of game, but that's kind of what you expect from a game one. You know, most of the time, especially when we're watching stuff like RLCS, casters often say like, "Oh, these teams, they're just feeling each other out, seeing where they're at with their mechanics and stuff like that." But this is only a best of 5, so as much as you can take game one to try and get into the groove, you kind of want to do it a little faster than you would in a best of 7. So the guys at Grey College have definitely done so. They've got the first early goal. Calro has been excellent so far. But I'm not going to discount Edgemead here. They've defended extremely well. They've had a couple opportunities so far to take this forward. And now as we just hit 2 minutes left on the clock, this could still go either way.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, 1 goal in Rocket League it's the hardest thing to defend, isn't it? Whether you're in 1s, 2s, or 3s, it just feels like it's so unsafe. There's a good shots coming out there from Calro, but a bit wide, maybe allowing Edgemead to go forward. But it's looking like they're just not really piecing it together in the final third at the moment, Edgemead. And I'm sure we'll see that evolve as the series goes on. But as you said, best of 5, you definitely want to get off to that fast start, and whichever team does get that first game win is going to feel way more comfortable, way faster. And it just gives you such a huge edge. So we're going to have to see how Edgemead can reply. He has a nice demos coming out that might be on target, but it's not fast enough for Calro, making an easy save there.
Oh, the save from Calro, it was actually quite clutch. It was pretty much on the goal line, and that's the best opportunity that Edgemead have had so far. That being said, they are piling on the pressure now. They're constantly in the orange half, and this is really good to see from the Edgemead boys. They know it's only 1 goal, so they think they can still bring this back and potentially, you know, snap up game number 1. It is now all about how well can Grey College defend. I feel like the next goal here is absolutely crucial. If Grey gets it, it's a win for them. But if Edgemead takes it, might just go to overtime in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, if Edgemead got that goal, it would be perfect. But Pine's going to come out here, and that might just be what they need to secure the game for Grey College. Legion with a bit of a fake. They're baiting out 2 players, and Pine just having almost open net. Wappy was there, but unfortunately getting the shot right behind him. It's looking like Grey College are going to take this one out, but Edgemead were looking so close. They were piling on that offensive pressure, but unfortunately, 1 good attack, Grey College has been the decider right now.
Grey College have definitely taken their opportunities much more here than Edgemead, but I think Edgemead can very much bring this back. Even in this game, they can still score 1 goal, maybe 2, if they just make it happen now with Eva trying to keep up the attack here. X turning on it, but now we're close to the 10-second timer. It's starting to feel like let's go to game 2 and let's get that early goal just the way that Grey did.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what Edgemead can do in that second game to come back. 2 goals though, not a bad result by any means, and it did feel very close that entire game. It didn't feel like a blowout by any means by Grey College, despite how, I mean, we were saying it the whole game, Calro was looking absolutely immaculate with his mechanics, and that's to be expected. As you said, these guys have scrimmed before against Team Oblivion, and Team Oblivion is no team to slouch on. I haven't seen your scrims, but I know each member of that team is a bit of a demon in 2s, so it's good to see what Calro is doing at the moment.
Yeah, I have seen those scrims, even from the spectator's point of view, and I can tell you that Grey College, they give them a run for their money. The first time that we scrimmed, they were not all quite there, like the cohesion in the team wasn't all that great, but then Color Call just did his magic over the next few months, and every time we scrimmed them, they became harder to beat, and then eventually it became hard to win. Even we didn't we started losing against them. So the work put in by both these coaches is absolutely insane. So hats off to Falcon and Color Cold, because that was a great first game. And I mean, Edgemead, they held on well. It was a 2-0. It was obviously a great performance there from Calro himself and from Pine. But Legal Evo got 288 points. So I mean, there is an opportunity here for them to bring this back.
Oh, definitely. I think Edgemead will definitely want to close the game in this one. And as you mentioned, with both the coaches, Falcon and Color Cold, you know, they are the future of this region, sort of shaping these young players. And it's always fantastic when you know that these young players are improving at such a fast rate. I mean, if they're already starting to take games off of established players that grind the game off, a nice demo is coming out here. This might be an early goal for Edgemead, but unfortunately just no one close enough for the finish. But it's looking good already in this game too.
Oh, the demo was so clutch. If only the first time shot was on target. I feel like Evo just wasn't ready to try and turn on that and put it in himself. So, but it's a really good early offensive showing here from the Edgemead boys, and maybe they can try and turn this into a goal. I mean, now you see X is all the way back, ready to defend. Legion tries to keep it in the midfield, but again, X plays it out. I feel like he is really that midfield engine that tries to get the ball from his half to the orange half. Whereas Legal Evo kind of looks like the finishing product. Now all we're waiting for is for them to start putting the ball in the net.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier with the coaches, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Falcon said to Edgemead after that first game. Sort of, would it be more of the same, just be more confident in attack? Because I mean, at the moment they've come out of this the start of this game, it looks like Edgemead have their foot on the gas and are trying to get that early goal against Grey College here. As Grey's goal was also pretty early on in that first game, so it'll be interesting to see how Grey College defend now. Obviously, that first game looking like they had most of the offensive pressure, but Edgemead are doing so well right now to keep them in their own half.
Edgemead are currently just holding the ball in the orange half. They're pushing everything they have to try and get this very first goal. That being said, Grey College is defending. Ooh. And I get hit with the caster's curse as Whoppy gets the first goal here for Edgemead High School. Takes the bump on Legion and slots it straight off the crossbar and in. Great first goal here, and now that is a boost of confidence for Edgemead High School.
Yeah, Legal Evo there, spotting out Legion's bluff, just going straight for the ball in the challenge, making it so awkward for Grey College, and Whoppy with a fantastic bar down shot. Looks like their shooting boots are on now because they are in it. Edgemead looking fantastic after that first game of a bit lackluster offense, but now more and more close shots. Another great one there from Whoppy. It was looking like another potential bar down. He's looking like he's got his striking boots on for sure.
Mac, is it just me, or does this second game already feel faster than game number one? These boys are warmed up now. These boys are ready to rock and roll. The guys at Edgemead took a little longer than the guys at Grey College, but this is a lot closer now with regards to speed and mechanics on display right now.
Oh, definitely. In that first game, you know, we always mention it because it's so true in those first games of just players need to sort of... It's always nice to come out hot, but not all players do. They take some time to warm into a series, but it's looking great from Edgemead at the moment. It looks like they've definitely warmed into this a lot better, but it doesn't mean that Grey College have taken their foot off the gas or anything. It just feels like it's getting more and more close between these teams as they go on. It's fantastic to see. I mean... the first game, it's not like it by any means was bad or players were whiffing. It just, like you said, it did feel a bit slower. But this game now, it's feeling like more passes, more opportunities, and more speed.
It is absolutely not a case of Grey College taking their foot off the gas as they pile on pressure and Pine in the goal. And now this is back to a 1-1, which is kind of expected from what we saw in game number one. Their attacking prowess has definitely been on show so far.
Yeah, despite all of Edgemead's offensive pressure in this game, Grey College have withered a lot of that storm, only conceding one goal despite all of the attacks. I mean, Whoppy with 4 shots, but only 1 goal, unfortunately. And Grey College got it back from a fantastic play by Calro yet again, being the disruptor upfield for Grey College and getting that equalizer on the board for them. But Edgemead still in this game, still have a chance to bring this back to level pegging in this best of 5, and they definitely need it, as that's a great chance. And X85258X has slotted it.
Just as you think Grey might bring this back and take the lead, Legal finds X, X finds the top corner, and it is now 2 goals to the good for them, which is, of course, the only 2 goals they've scored so far. So it must be only good for them and only on the up from here.
Yeah, no, absolutely great response in this game by Edgemead. They were looking very confident in their attack, and I'm glad that they've gotten that second goal, obviously pointing out the shots. But Legal has been absolutely massive for them. Both assists to his name for his team at the moment. So it seems like he's controlling the strings, but now it's up to Grey College. How can they respond? Legion's been a bit quiet in this game as a chance is going to come from Calro, but good clear from Legal Evo. But College still piling on the pressure.
College are definitely piling on the pressure here, but Edgemead are piling on just a little bit more, with Whoppy putting in his second and 3 up here for Edgemead High. Much better performance here with only just under a minute left.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward touch there by Pine. Unfortunately, it's just not getting the speed on the touch he wanted. The ball just absolutely ricocheting off of his car, and that was going to be a nice shot by Whoppy. 3-1 here, still a minute left in the game. Will be interesting to see if Grey College can come back from this, but a fantastic showing from Edgemead in this second game. They really came back after that first and have honestly been the dominating force offensively.
They have definitely played much better in this one. From being 2-0 down in game number 1, 2 goals without reply, and now they come back and show, okay, we can also score goals. Don't discount us just because of game 1. And here we go, 3-1, make that 4. And now this seems to be a bit more of a runaway game here from Edgemead.
Yeah, a couple loose touches there by Grey College. This seems to be happening a bit more often in this second game. And credit to Edgemead, hopping on those chances, taking those shots, and putting them away, just being absolutely clinical in this game too. So it'll be interesting to see now. It's nice to sort of see the dynamic of this series going back and forth, as now it's level pegging Dutch. So it'll be interesting to see which team goes out and grabs that game 3.
The question is now that Grey College won the first game slightly comfortably, I'd say. Second game, they get a bit of a beating at 4-1. Did they actually take the foot off the gas? Did Edgemead just play that much better? And if so, what can Grey College do in game number 3 to try and outsmart Edgemead?
Yeah, no, going to be interesting to see the reply here. Obviously, looking to the coaches, what adjustments will they make? It was on Svalken to make the change, but now it's on Color Cold, seeing what kind of gameplay changes they might go for. I think Grey College just need to try and tighten it up a bit at the back. They did very well early on in that game to weather the storm of Edgemead, but then it just sort of felt like they were losing it a bit with some of loose touches. So be interesting to see what adjustments they make in this second game, but credit to Edgemead, they looked fantastic.
They did look extremely fantastic. Legal Evo with a goal and 2 assists. Swappy with 2 goals and X also with a goal. So everyone has had something to contribute to this game. And much better showing here from them in game number 2. So it's going to be interesting to see, as you say, what is Color Cold going to do in game number 3 to try and bring it back. Because Edgemead definitely have the upper hand right now. And they have the momentum going into game number 3.
Yeah, of course. We said how crucial getting that game number 1 is, of course. But I mean, every single match is pretty crucial in a best of 5, and now it's all tied up, so who's to say how it's gonna go? But Edgemead, very convincing win. Obviously we said that Grey College, they had reasonably a comfy win in that first game, but Edgemead with a great reply. So this third game, I have no idea what to expect, Dutch. It's felt very even between these teams despite the scores at times, so interesting to see what adjustments are made overall, and I will be looking at Grey College to tighten it up at the back a bit.
What I haven't seen much so far in game 1 and game 2 is physicality. I haven't really seen... There's been a few bumps here and there, but to no real solution, as Calro shows his mechanics here, gets on the ground, places it into the middle of the net, just over X, who could unfortunately not do much about that one. And that is a great early goal here from Grey College.
Yeah, well done by Calro to recognize he had a lot of space there, take his time on the power shot, and I mean 113 Ks. Any goalkeeper is going to struggle to save that. Fantastic stop by Grey here, and they're going to get another one 20 seconds in, and they have 2 goals. What a change.
Color Cold, what have you fed your boys? This is a flying start here from Grey College with 2 goals in a mere 20 seconds. What has happened?
And I felt like I had to point out the 113 first goal, 116 for the second. Grey College are absolutely slamming this ball, but it's looking like it's all offense for both these teams as 3 goals have gone in here in the first 30 seconds of this match. Legal Evo having a fantastic double tap, and it's going to make sure that Grey College don't run away with it early.
Maxpresso, I am starting to feel a bit of a goal fest coming on here. As you say, within 30 seconds, we already see 3 goals. Game number 1 ended with 2 goals. I mean, what have these coaches told their players to do in game number 3? Is it just go all out, go all guns blazing, and hope for the best? This is looking like an amazing reply here from Grey College, but Edgemead are matching their energy right now.
Yeah, offense obviously so important in Rocket League, but I mean, when you have 2 offensive teams like this, it's going to be the most important of who can actually defend. As an awkward whiff is going to come out there, but Grey College are going to be fine, keeping up the pressure, doing well defensively here. But Legal Evo is going to bang it, trying to keep up the pressure for Edgemead. Edgemead have done so well to try and keep up this offensive pressure with good follow-ups from each member of the team, but oh, the close one there from Legal Evo. I thought he might have gotten a skim, but not quite. Looks like he's controlling everything for Edgemead at the moment.
Edgemead do seem a little bit further spread apart regarding their positioning.
Oh.
And Legion finds the gap and puts it in for 3-1. Plays it off the sidewall and then just pops it over Whoppy. And X doesn't get up in time. This is a great response here from Grey College, and we are in for quite a treat here, Mac.
Yeah, no, both these teams have come out guns blazing in this third game, but that is absolutely fantastic to see. We want these teams to really show us what they can do, show us their mechanics. I mean, we were talking about Calro very early on with his mechanical plays, and it's looking like Legal Evo is that guy for Edgemead, but his team is no slouch. I mean, Whoppy absolutely slotting, I think, 2 of the 4 goals in the previous match. So Edgemead just need to try and get their offensive pressure back on here, but Grey College have done very well. The nice demo has come out in the backline by Pine, but unfortunately no follow-up from Grey, but they are piling on the pressure with that 2-goal advantage.
And the rotations here from Grey College are so nice and tight. Every time you see the ball go out from the blue goal, you see it gets stopped at the halfway line by one of the Grey College players. Their rotations are on point. It's always the communication is exactly what it needs to be, and there's always someone to counter an attempted start of an attack from Edgemead. So it's all down to rotations here. Positioning and rotation is what Grey College have down to a T right now.
Nice flick on there by Caro. It's looking like it's going to go all the way. Whoppy not expecting this touch, and what a nice little like flick on this is. Getting some nice height, making an awkward looping ball for any keeper, and Grey College, there they go, 4-1, absolutely responding from that last game where they themselves lost 4-1, but there's still plenty of time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds in this match still to go, Dutch, and we've already watched the same amount of goals as the last game.
We have indeed. Now we have the opportunity for Edgemead to try and make an attacking play, but as soon as they start, there's 1 or even 2 Grey College players just shutting it down and making sure it goes back to the other half. The rotations are just so much more on point. This is something we haven't really seen from Grey College in Game 1 or Game 2. Game 1, I felt they got away with it. It wasn't a complete domination. Game 2, they kind of slacked. Maybe because Edgemead picked up the pace. Edgemead really, found their groove and played to their style. But here in Game number 3, Grey College has really worked things out. And this, if they keep going like this, I don't see a Game 5 right now. They are completely dominating, as Pine shows off a couple mechanics there with a bit of a wall dash, which is something we don't see very often.
Good chance here for Edgemead, but Grey College is still going to keep it out for now. A nice shot by Whoppy is going to go top bins, but Calro saves it. And I think the main credit I have to give to Grey College is exactly what I wanted in their previous match. Then to tighten it up a bit at the back, they've been... It's felt like there's been more team cohesion from in this game, as Legion's going to get yet another goal, calling the bluff there from Legal that he didn't have enough boost to really contest this ball. And Grey College have definitely run away with this game. A great response from the previous one where it felt like they got a bit blown up by Edgemead. But, I mean, if you just look at the board, Grey College, Calro and Legion, and Pine as well, just... all of them seem to be on the same page now. And I think that's really showing off in their defense and offense.
It is now do or die time here for Edgemead. You know, the warm-up session is over. Game 1 is long ago. We don't even remember it. Now is when it starts to matter. So the question is, Edgemead, they have to win the next game if they want to have a chance at game number 5. Grey College will be here on match point, which might be weighing down on the minds of the players in Edgemead, knowing that they need to win the rest of this if they want to go through to round 2.
Yeah, it's always crucial being on that match point, and of course we know about this, it is elimination. If you lose, you're out. And it's such an important thing on the line. Obviously, 2 spots going to Comic-Con, that is really cool. We do love a LAN, and every LAN that we can see in South Africa is just amazing. So I'm sure all of these players want to have their opportunity to show off what they can do on that LAN. But at the moment, it is looking like it might be Grey College. Absolutely insane response in this game 3 from them. Every single member pulling up and doing their part. And it's going to be interesting to see now. Grey College are now on match point. Will it be interesting to see how Edgemead can reply. They had a great reply after that first game. So we'll see what Falcon can pull in the background now.
Yeah, their reply to game number 1 was amazing. Game number 2, they completely dominated. But then game 3, Grey College just brought it straight back. So it is very interesting to see now what is Falcon going to tell these players. What are they going to do? And how are they going to bring this back in game number 4 as we see the kickoff starting now.
And it is do or die for Edgemead here. They had some great looks in that second game, but that third game just not convincing enough. It's going to be interesting to see how both these teams decide to play in this fourth game. It is obviously match point in favor of Grey College, so they have a chance to end it out here. And I'm sure they'd like nothing more than to just, you know, get that win under their belt, feel confident going into whatever next match. I believe you said it was against HSOM.
Yeah, Usmoot, or however someone wants to maybe correct me how to say that in chat. But as far as I understand, they are also one of the, maybe not better teams, but more of the favorites, shall I say. Yeah, I mean, just to progress to round 2 is going to be a confidence boost for either of these teams. They just want to make it as far as they can, maybe win it at the end. I mean, Grey College is looking very, very good right now, and knowing the players that they have. Now we see some physical players. We saw Legal Evo go for a bit of a bumping play there. It just didn't work out for them. But there's another demo. I mean, this is exactly what I was asking for after game number 2. We didn't really need it for the likes of Grey College, but now if Edgemead are pulling those out, we might just see a shift here.
Yeah, and the great adjustments from both teams. Can't help but feel if it's definitely these coaches pulling some of the strings, telling them, guys, let's try and get some more physical players going, try and get these defenders out of the way, because I mean, especially if you're Edgemead, using those demos will be huge. They could not get through Grey College in the last match, so what's the easiest way? By pile driving straight through them with your car. So it's going to be interesting to see what Edgemead can do here. 2 minutes have gone of this match and not a single goal, in absolute contrast to the last one where we had 3 goals in 30 seconds, but both teams holding strong here, maybe a bit nervy as it is that a fabled match point for Grey College, as a fantastic shot there is coming out from Calro.
Oh, that is an unfortunate defensive error here. Wappy puts it straight back in the middle. Calro replies, and Evo and Wappy, they fall into each other, and that is very unfortunate that it just slipped through their hands. And now Grey College are 1 goal to the good, and they are still on match point, of course. So from now on, is it defend for your lives, try and get a second one? What is going through their minds here? What is Color Cold telling his team right now?
That'll be interesting to see for sure. Close one there. Legal Evo is doing very well here to the most. Wappy gonna have to make a bit of a save there. So many awkward balls and bounces are going at the moment, but it's been like both these teams are trying their best as X8 is going to take it the end of the pitch. As I was waffling on there for a bit, wondering where this play is going to go, chips it past one, and a great catch. Kauron not respecting the speed he's going to have on that shot, and a great reply by Edgemead. There it is, Dutch.
We do love a good solo play, and X brought us exactly that. That was a brilliant catch from him, and just like a bit of a drag without the flick, if you will. And a great goal here from him. Ooh. That save from Legal Evo was clutch! But the ball still goes in with Calro getting the immediate rebound. Legion taking a brilliant shot here. What a save though from Evo. But Calro there to mop it up. And again, they are in the lead.
Yeah, great save there by Evo, but unfortunately not enough to keep that ball out. Grey College getting the lead back so quickly yet again. It feels like they really are pushing for this win. They just want it more at the moment, so how can Edgemead reply? This is going to be an awkward ball. This might just go straight in, and that's going to feel really bad for Edgemead, but Grey College will be quite happy with how the past two kickoffs have gone.
Oh, no. Pine inflicting himself on the boys from Edgemead. They are feeling this pain right now with the goal line at 3-1. They do still have plenty of time to try and bring this back, but they need to fix their defensive errors. I feel like if they just up the defense a little bit, they've shown us they can score. They've shown us they can attack as a team. But when it gets to defense, we either see being out of position or we see a double commit. Okay. That was a really good save there from Legal Evo as well. I thought that was 4-1 for sure. He just came out of nowhere and flew up to that. Calro attempting to go for the double tap here. Evo getting a good touch. They need to get out of their own half here, Mac.
Yeah, no, at the moment it's looking like Edgemead are struggling a bit, but a nice play forward by Whoppy here. He is definitely going to have to try and pull it up a bit more here, you know, a bit lacking points-wise, but he has to come up bigger for his team. They need him in this moment. This is match point for Grey College, and they are 2 goals up with a minute 30 left on the clock. Edgemead need to start sending everything, whether it's risky or not. They need 2 goals, and they need them fast.
As you say there, Mac, they need to start throwing it forward. They can't think about not conceding another one, rather concede another one and try instead of just give up and make sure you don't concede more at this moment. And that is what Whoppy decides to do. He puts another one in, and that now makes it a 1-goal game again, Mac, with a minute and 10 to go.
And there it is from Whoppy, exactly what we were asking from him. He was having a very quiet game, but spotting that awkward touch from Pine defensively, and he's got his team back in this game, Dutch. A minute 10, and there it is again, that fabled 1-goal lead, as it's going to go straight across at the Edgemead box, but it's suddenly a very close game yet again, and it'll be interesting to see if Edgemead can get that crucial goal they need to bring this into a tight game.
Now, if Edgemead look properly, they see all 3 players were in their half from the Grey College side. So if they could just boom it upfield, they may have had a chance, but now they've had the opportunity to rotate the Grey College boys, and now it is going back to the blue half, and it is in the net from Legion, and now it is 4-2, seemingly a bigger mountain to climb here from Edgemead.
Yes, and unfortunately, that's the thing with Rocket League. When you do push all your members forward to try and get that 3rd goal, you cannot let that 3rd man overcommit, otherwise it is going to be a counter-attack, as Grey College have done here, putting them up another 2 goals in this series, as Calro beating out another player. They're having all of the offensive pressure at the moment. Grey College, it's looking like they want to shoot their way out of this last game, but Edgemead here have a nice drive forward with X. He got past one, unfortunately not able to get past Calro, but Legal with a great follow-up. Doesn't get anything towards the center. 20 seconds left here, Dutch. It is do or die for Edgemead.
Time is running out, and it's running out quickly here for Edgemead. They know they need 2 goals, and now they only have 10 seconds to do so. It is starting to look a bit impossible, but what a display here from the Grey College boys. They went down in the 2nd game, and then they just dominated from game number 3 onwards. Now, we've had a goal here from Whoppy. Do they get the kickoff goal? Do we see overtime here and a dramatic finish to potentially go to a game 5?
I think the Grey College players, just like myself, weren't really expecting that shot to be as good as it was, just below the bar. Whoppy, I mean, I had my criticisms of him, but his shooting has been pretty immaculate, as the ball's unfortunately going to hit the ground here. Grey College are going to win it out, but credit to the boys over at Edgemead. They did a fantastic job at keeping that game incredibly close, and at the last minutes there was looking like they might just get that win, but Grey College edging it out in the end, looking a bit better overall throughout the series. And I think we'll be looking at that game 3 of how they just came out of the gates all guns blazing, and it looked like they had that sort of momentum going into that last game that they needed.
Absolutely. That game 3 was quite dominant there from Grey College. But I want to go out and say that if this was a best of 7, we may not have seen the same result. The players from Edgemead played their hearts out, and in game number 2, you could see that they have the passion and they have the ability to score lots of goals and potentially win a series. It was the duration of it that was just maybe not in their favor, as Grey College just came out all guns blazing in game number 3 and then took game 4 with just a 1-goal lead. So if this was any other longer type of series, we may have seen something different. But Grey College, absolute credit to them. They've played very, very well. Game 2 was a bit of a downscale, but otherwise the rest of it was really, really good. And the same goes for Edgemead. They played very well, and I'm keen to see what these players can come up with in the next couple of years, especially with them being, still being in high school and in college. They are the future stars of SSA, so they will be in RLCS very, very soon, and I'm looking forward to see what they can bring for us in the next couple seasons.
Yeah, I think definitely GG's there to both teams. We're very excited to see these names definitely pop up more and more in the future. Whether it be on the same team, whether it be on different teams, we hope these players have the best run of it, and great showing by Grey College today. Both teams, I think, were really showed off what they could do offensively as a team, but it felt like Grey College in the end had that bit of an edge defensively with their teamwork, and after that game 2, they definitely tightened it up and worked a lot better with one another. So well played to both teams. I thought it was a fantastic series, even though it didn't go the distance, but it's great to see from these young guys.
Absolutely. So, Grey College moves on to round number 2. Unfortunately, Edgemead falls out, and they can perhaps come back and try again next season. But this is a very good display here from Grey College, and they will now go up against Oosmoed, if I am pronouncing that correctly. Oosmoed. I assume they are very Afrikaans. Let's have a look if we can perhaps see the players. And no, the information for the players is not available on the tournament website, so we'll just have to wait and see. As far as I know, that game is set for tomorrow. It might happen tomorrow or the day after, but I'm sure that we will hear that from Color Cold, and you guys will see us go live probably for that one again. So yeah, but guys, it was a bit of a short stream. It was just the 1 best of 5. I want to thank everyone for being here. Parents, teachers, of course, the regulars in chat. Letters, I did see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Hannibal as well. Guys, it was great. It was short, but it was great. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Maxpresso, as always, thank you so much for joining us. I've had fun. It's been a while since we've casted.
Yeah, it has felt like quite a bit. I appreciate the invite as always, Dutch. I always love coming out and casting, and there's no game too small, whether it's a community tournament, a high school tournament, or RLCS. I would love to do every single one, because I mean, it's fantastic watching these players, and especially in our region, these young guys coming up. So yeah, I appreciate the invite once again.
Absolutely. Now I'm gonna have a look quickly if we can go and raid someone. I'm not quite sure. I see that Ginger Muzz is online. He's hosting Paul Riss Gym versus Point High School. But the question is that match over, or are they still going? It is just on a graphic screen right now, so I'm not very, very sure. It does look like it might be over. I see the players are in chat, so I assume that game is over. So yeah, if anyone in chat can direct us to someone to go and raid. I don't want to just, let it drop. Let's go and make someone else's stream a bit better. So if anyone can give us some suggestions in chat. Otherwise, we might just send you over to the Rocket League, the RLCS.
Yeah, G2 versus Moist.
Hold on. Look at this. Look what's happening right now. Ginger Muzz is busy raiding us right now. Oh no, Muzz, what are you doing? Oh no, that is very unfortunate. If they do come here, and there we go. Alright, so they're all busy raiding us. Ginger Buzz and all your raiders, welcome. We were about to see if we could raid you. Our match is also over. So we are currently looking for someone else to raid, but welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Buzz. I really do appreciate you. Hopefully your stream was great. I know that you also had one of the high school games, so perhaps you want to let us know what happened in that match, so that we can see what is going to happen next in the table for the HSEL Season 3. Yoshi, you're about to start up your stream? Alright, so I think we can raid you then. Yes, we were about to raid each other, Ginger Buzz. Absolutely. Yoshi, if you can go live as soon as possible, then we can pop everyone over to your channel. GG's on Dutch and Ginger Muzz with the work in the HSEL scene. Oh man, you know, it is always amazing to be involved in the Rocket League SSA scene, regardless if it's RLCS, VS, High School League. I mean, even just normal casual games. You know, we're here to enjoy the game. So thank you so much for that as well. I see that Yoshi just went live. So guys, I'm gonna send you over to him. Please do give him some love. Give him a follow if you haven't already. Tell him I sent you. And we will see you guys again in the next one. Mac, have a good night. We'll catch you again soon. Cheers guys. Everyone.